Hey makers, this is Dhruveen and today I come up with one more video on PowerApps and AI combination. Yes, today we are going to talk about PowerApps Plan Designer in detail. So first, let's get started and talk about what is Plan Designer, what it offers and what kind of application you can create with Plan Designer. So without further delay, let's get started. So first of all, to use the Plan Designer, make sure that your environment is supporting the Plan Designer feature. And to check that, you simply need to open your make.powerapps.com and go to the home option. And make sure on the top right corner, you will be able to see try new PowerApps experience. Make sure this is turned on. If this is turned on, only at that time you will be able to use Plan Designer feature. Let's turn that on. As soon as you turn that on, you can see that on the left navigation, you are able to see plan option available over here. If this option is not available for you, which means that you are not enough capable in order to utilize this particular feature. So let's see what kind of application now we can create with the Plan Designer. So the name itself, the Plan Designer, is self-explanatory. Here you just need to describe a problem that for which you want to build your application. Okay, now over here they have provided an attachment option as well. So let's say for an example, if you are having some sort of reference diagram, if you are having some sort of business process flow diagrams or any kind of flow charts you have, probably you can upload it as well over here for the reference, or you can describe your problem in natural language as well over here. Now in this particular class, I am going to build a live application system or pay time of kind of application from scratch with this particular plan option. So let's decide and let's write some sort of prompt over here. So here I am just writing one simple prompt over here, like employee need to log a vacation days and manager need to approve them, because obviously in leave application employees are applying for a leave and managers are simply approving it, right? So now this end-to-end application I'm going to build up with the help of Plan Designer. I'm not going to create this from Canvas application, or I'm not going to build any kind of Dataverse table for that. It's completely with this single one prompt over here. Okay, so I just added this prompt and now let me hit enter over here and see what kind of result I'm getting over here. So I'm just clicking on this button, but let's say if you are having any kind of reference diagram, you always have this attachment option. You can do it over there as well. Okay, so I'm simply writing this prompt and hitting enter now. Okay, let's see how it looks like. So I'm just clicking on this and you can see it has opened up this kind of Plan Designer for you, and it simply started creating this amazing plan for you. You can see that while it first identify the user role from the prompt that you have provided, right? And it is showing you that it is identifying your roles over here. So it will take some time, guys. Okay, because this is the preview feature. So preview feature, like it is possibility that it will be a little bit slow for you, but you can see while I'm talking, it constantly generated. This is an unfiltered or unedited copy. Okay, so you can exactly know how much time it take it over here. Okay, and I'm pretty much simply like I'm impressed with the result. You can see it created the name of the application as a vacation manager over here, right? And it is like based on the AI generated. Okay, and it is also showing that whenever you can see this kind of icon, basically those are the AI generated suggestions. Okay, now over here it just adding that business problem that we have added in the natural language, and it identifying two roles over here. One is employee role and another is manager role over here. So first step is it is identifying the roles from the context or from the prompt that you have provided over here. And over here you can see the diagram representation of as well for the same problem. So you can see your business problem, your employee role and your manager role over here. Okay, now couple of things here we need to consider in our mind. The very first thing is that, okay, what kind of roles and responsibility it has added here. Okay, let's see whether we are happy with that or not. Okay, so it is just adding that, okay, as an employee I need to log my vacation days so that I can take time off work, view my remaining vacation days so that I can plan my time off, edit my vacation request so that I can make changes if needed, cancel my vacation request so that I can change my plan, receive notifications when vacation request is approved or rejected so that I'm informed, view the status of my vacation request so I know if it is pending, approved or rejected, and see the history of my vacation request so that I can keep track of my time. Okay, so it is just giving you this kind of instruction over here. Okay, now same way for manager as well, it has created this kind of instruction over here that okay, approve or reject vacation request, view all vacation requests from my team, receive notification of the new vacation request. So just by providing that prompt, it captured the requirement as well. It used that common sense and take the decision that okay, what kind of activity or what kind of feature each role or each user can perform over there for yourself. Okay, apart from that, it has having the like they can see the vacation history, they can delegate the approval of the vacation request, filter vacation request, generate the reports on the vacation usage, and set the blackout days for the vacation request so that critical periods are covered over them. Okay, so it just provided this complete instruction over here end to end. Okay, now over here it has one more option at the very bottom, that whether you want to change or accept the user role selection. So if you are accepting that okay, you are happy with the role, then it will go to the next step. But otherwise, if you want to change a little bit, you can slightly click on this change icon and change it as well over here. Now over here, I just want to do a little bit change over here because I just don't need these two roles. I need one more additional role here as well for my application, which is like an HR admin kind of role. And HR admin is someone who is responsible to monitor the pay time of request across the team to manage the payroll as well. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just changing this a little bit. So I'm clicking on change button over here at this point. Okay, and when you change it here, you just need to add your prompt. So here I'm adding 3 prompts for myself because from existing thing as well, I want to little bit twinkle little bit things over here, and I want to add one additional role as well. Okay, so I'm just adding these 3 things over here. That first one is add a user role for HR admin to monitor PTO across team to manage payroll. Add a user story for employee to view pay time of blackout dates, and remove the user story for managers for viewing vacation history of the team members. Okay, so I just want to do this kind of changes over here. Okay, and you just, although you can see this box over here, don't worry about that. It will not only applicable for this employee role, it is applicable for this overall role thing. Okay, let's click on enter over here and let's see what kind of change it is doing over here. Let's wait for that and let's see what it come up as a result for you. Okay, meantime, while AI is generating the result, make sure if you haven't followed me on my Twitter and Instagram so far, do follow me because these are the platform where I'm uploading short content on Power Platform. So make sure you follow me. Also, take a pause for a moment, hit thumbs up, and please subscribe my channel. That is helping me to boost this video for more and more people, because I have seen that 70% of you are watching the content but not subscribing the channel. But please do that because it's free for you, but it motivates me to create such an amazing content for myself. Okay, so please do that activity. All right, meantime, you can see that this has generated this activity perfectly. Yeah, see, it generated as an HR admin what you can do. It has added that additional role as well over here. Apart from that, I think it added one more line here, that view PTO blackout date as well, right? So it looks good to me. All right, I'm just keeping this as is, and now I'm accepting this. So now the step number 1 will be finished. So let me just accept this, and in the diagram as well you can see now 3 different roles over here. Okay, let's accept it. I'm just clicking on accept, and now it is going to the next step for creating tables and columns. So now the second step of Plan Designer is to generate the tables. Okay, and now you can see that immediately it's giving me this kind of error that unable to generate the data selection. Okay guys, this is preview feature, so it can be happen, so don't worry about that. Let's click on try again over here. Okay, let's click on that and let's see second time it is generating or not. Okay, so this kind of thing happens, so don't just hesitate to click on retry button. It will create the table for you. Okay, let's wait for that to recreate those table for us. Okay, so it is identifying a column, and depending on your project definition, this will take some time to create the overall definition for yourself. Okay, let's wait for this over here. And here I am, you can see it created this perfectly data tables over here. See, it created 5 tables, I think: employee, vacation request, manager, PTO blackout dates, and HR admin. Okay, and if you look at this diagram over here as well, you can see this is what it is generated as a data point, and it is again AI generated, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 tables. Let's click on show details. I'm clicking on that, and you can see it's showing the bigger picture of the same data point, and you can see clear relationship as well for each data points over here. Okay, like this. Perfect. And now let's see what else we can do here. So it is showing the possible set of columns that has been added over here. Okay, even the big one limitation here is, let's say if this is the AI generated model. Okay, here you cannot be able to change the let's say if I want to add any additional column by my own, there is no such functionality available at this point. That's what I can see here, but hopefully in the future we will be having that feature. Okay, so it is showing me like this. Now let's click on this view option, and you can see the relationship, row ownership, properties, remove, right? If you click on view data, you can see some AI generated sample data has been created for those table as well. Okay, so I am pretty much happy with the table. Okay, I don't want to do any changes at this point. I'm simply going back here, and this was my second step, and I just want to change this data over here. Change or accept this data. So I'm simply clicking on accept at this moment. Okay, if you change it, it will just provide you an option to change it as well over here. Okay, but probably I don't want to do any changes at this point over here. Okay, so I'm simply accepting this thing over here. So let me click on simply accept button from here, and I'm done with this step as well. Okay, now it is going to the third and the last step, which is identifying the user experience model. Okay, so let's see what kind of user experience it has created for us. So last step is UX step. Okay, now what is UX step here? So here the plan designer automatically make that decision that, okay, for this requirement, Canvas app is based or model driven app is based, or what kind of flow is needed behind the scene. It is providing you each and every information to you over here. So it has suggesting me 3 information here. Let's see. So if I look at this thing in a bigger mode, okay, it is telling me that, okay, employee vacation app, that is something you need as a Canvas app. Manager vacation approval, model driven application. Then HR PTO tracking is model driven app again. And then there are some sort of Power Automate flow as well. It is suggesting me over here. Okay, so total 5 things it has suggested to me. Okay, let me accept this as well at this point. Okay, so we just accepted it. Okay, and now what we need to do is simply save the plan. Okay, so I am simply clicking on save button over here, and when you click on save, it is asking you where you want to save your thing. You want to create a new solution, or you want to add into existing solution. So let me add my existing solution because I already have the solution. So here I have my publisher, Power Platform Trainings Publisher, which is my company name, and I have one of the app solution already created before this app creation process, PowerApps PTO. So I'm just adding that into my solution, and let's click on save. So basically in that solution, it will save this entire thing for myself. Okay, so it has created this. Now let me do one thing at the very last stage. So I am pretty much good with the suggestions over here. Okay, now I want to create all this Canvas application and model driven application by AI itself. So you can see that after you save the plan, basically it will show you plus button after each application over here. Right now for Power Automate, it is not showing you any plus button because you cannot create Power Automate automatically with the plan designer at this point. Okay, but at least PowerApps is something which you can create over here. So what I'm doing now, I'm simply clicking on each plus button one by one here. Okay, so let's click on plus button over here, and it will start creating the application for you. But before that, what it is telling me that save your tables. Okay, so let's click on save tables. So it will start creating the tables first, and you can see the preview over here. It's showing like this kind of progress bar for us. So let the table to be created first before they create the application. Okay, so it will start creating the table in the background for the solution which I have provided over there. Okay, let's wait for this tables to be created inside the solution. Okay, let's see how long it will take for us. It is taking some time. Okay, so behind the scene it is creating all the tables, so let's wait for that. Let's be patient. And again, if you haven't clicked on thumbs up so far, please do that. Okay, or if you haven't subscribed it, please subscribe it. Okay, meantime this is creating it. Let's wait. And here I am. It take around 2 to 3 minutes in order to create all the Dataverse table. And once those tables are created, it is just showing this kind of green color icon over here for myself. Okay, now one by one let's start creating the application. So you can click on this plus button over here. Okay, or you can click on plus button from here as well. Okay, let's start creating that. So I'm just clicking on plus button over here. So you can see it has started creating this kind of canvas application for me. So let it to be created. Okay, so see, this has creating my canvas application. Meantime, let me just click on this one as well, my model driven application. So I'm clicking on this one, and let's see, it will start creating the model driven application as well in the background. Okay, checking your table and it will create it. Meantime, let me do a third one as well, HR PTO tracking as well, and let it to be created as well. So this is also again start creating one more application for me. So let it to be created. And last is one Power Automate, last two are Power Automate flow. So flows are not created automatically. Okay, so we are not doing any action for the flow at this point. Okay, but at least these three application it will create with the AI. And you can see couple of screens are automatically created over here. And same way for model driven as well, it is start looking at the things. Let's save this thing and let's try to publish it as well. So I have saved this and now I'm publishing this version. Okay, same way, let this to be also be finished. Okay, this both of this two. Let's wait for that. And here I am. You can see that my model driven app also been created over here. It takes approximately 5 minutes to create this thing. Okay, during that 5 minutes I just paused this video and I came back here again, and meantime it is creating. So you know this will take a little bit of time, so you need to be a little bit patient over here. And second thing is that this application PTO tracking is also been created. Okay, now let's publish both the applications from here. So I'm publishing my PTO application and let me publish this as well over here, and I'm pretty much good with this thing. Okay, now let's do one last thing over here. So I save and publish both the application. Now it's just a time that I need to save this planner as well. So I'm just saving this. Let's click on save. Okay, and now let's go back from here. Okay, so when you go back here, you can see that underneath your plan section, your all the plans that you have created over here. So that plan information is available over here. Apart from that, even if you go to your solution, basically in this solution we have prepared this particular things. So probably the Dataverse table and those things should be over here. So you can see all of my tables, and with that all of these things like applications and everything is stored underneath this particular solution over here for myself, right? So let's say this is completed, and now probably even if you want to play your application, you can play it out as well, right? So isn't it cool and amazing? Like it just make my life much more simpler to create the base application at this point, right? Now, as I said, this is a preview feature. So preview feature always have some sort of limitations. So now what are the known limitations already here? Let me tell you. So the first limitation here is inline editing user roles and user stories. So you know, while we created first role and then I add second prompt to add additional role and to make some changes, there is no such option available that like each role I can modify. It's like a generic text box using which you can perform your edit. So that is one thing. Second thing is that edit table in the data workspace. So when we created the dataverse table, there was no such option. If I want to add additional column, remove existing column. Okay, so that's second thing. Add existing table in data workspace, that is also something we are unable to do at this point. Supported user experience. Okay, so plan designer only generate right now canvas application, model driven application. Okay, and power automate flow, we are not able to generate it right now. Okay, but maybe in future we will be able to generate it from here. Okay, and solution or ALM support. So data and artifacts are stored in a new solution with the same name as the plan, and the publisher defaults to your preferred publisher is being used over here. Okay, so that is another thing that you need to consider as a simple limitation for this particular product set, right? Hope this video is helping you and values your time over here. If so, hit thumbs up and subscribe my channel. And looking for any kind of paid consultation, then website link is available on this channel cover page. Or if you are looking for any paid training, check out the description box for the latest links of the current training program, as well as you can visit our website as well. And don't forget to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. With this is Ruvin signing off. See you in the next session with some amazing content. Till then, have a great day. Goodbye.